So this collaboration started with Karyn and I, Karyn from Starch and Stitches and I, talking about doing a summer dress collaboration. And we decided we'd do one, and then Karyn asked me if I would test sew a pattern that she had created for Little Miss Match. And I said, yes, I would. And then at the same time, I had been working on one for my toner doll, Playline dolls for the collaboration. And I sent it to her. So then we decided the collaboration would be that we would each do each other's pattern. So this collaboration is called Pattern Exchange Collaboration. So this was the pattern. I sent the pattern for this dress to Karyn. Kamani is wearing it. It is strapless, but of course you could add straps to it, and this is what it looks like in the back. So this is one of the dresses that I made using the pattern that Karyn had sent me. And it's that. This is Little Mismatch. And this is the one that I made for Maudlin. The skirt is a little bit shorter. And now let's make one for Kamani. So here are my pattern pieces. They have been cut out. I have used fray check around the edging. The first step will be to sew the shoulder seams on the bodice of both the lining and the main fabric. And then I trim it fairly close to the seam line. I might do another fray check on it depending on if I feel that it needs it. And then you're going to do then you're going to put both pieces together, right sides together, and you're going to sew up through here around the neckline and back down here, and then both armhole seams, and then you're going to turn it right side out. And I will show that in just a second. So I have trimmed one edge. I'm going to trim the other. This will create less bulk when you're turning the bodice right side out. So I have the bodice sewn. I did up through here, around the curve, down through here. I trimmed it and clipped it, and then I did both armholes. You're not going to do this part or this part to the very till you turn it right side out. I have this tool to help me with turning right side out. I find it best to go through to this corner right here, poke it like this, and push the fabric up like this. Do not pull on your fabric too hard, or else you will rip a seam. And then just gently, slowly pull it out like that. And then you're going to do the other side, and you're going to have to go and iron your bodice before you do the side seams, or else it'll just be too hard to get to look nice after you do that part. or iron it once it's all together. You can, but it's easier if you just do it now after you get this turned right side out. Now we have it all ironed. We are going to, next step is to take it like this, and like this. Of course, going to put a pin right here. I'm going to sew along here and here, and then on the other side do the same thing on the other side, and you'll have your bodice ready for the bottom for the skirt. Now I have the bodice sewn. Here's the bodice, and it is sewn. And here is the bottom of the skirt. I'm going to do a zigzag around this, and then I am going to do 2 gathering stitches. Fold this over, do 2 gathering stitches, and fit this inside the bodice like so. And then I'm going to stitch this part together, fold it over, fold this over, iron it, and then blind stitch it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I might do an edging on it, I haven't decided. But on to the next part. I have the skirt sewn to the bodice, and I'm going to blind stitch this closed. Sew along here, this part, and then I'll sew this, the hem, both of these sides, also both of these sides, the hem, and then sew it together and figure out what I'm going to use for fastening. And here she is in her new dress. Looks like in the back. I used 2 snaps for the fastening. Did end up doing a little top stitching right through here. Very nicely fitted dress. Excellent pattern, very fun to sew. And as you can tell, depending on what print you use, the dress will definitely have a different look. And you can, of course, go different lengths with the skirt, which will also give it a different sort of look. This was a very fun collaboration and challenge, and thank you so much to Karyn at Starch and Stitches for sending me the pattern and letting me test it for her. It was a lot of fun. Karyn. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and evening.